Good morning, you sexy mamma jammas here on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today is now Monday. What is this? Monday the 8th, September 8th. We're just now pulling out of our sleep spot here at Love's. I woke up 6:30. I called the store, spoke to the store manager because I realized I'm going to an actual store location. I'm not going to a DC. So I contacted the store, spoke to the store manager about 7 o'clock, and I was telling her, I said, hey, I'm your driver, just trying to figure out what time's a good time to come by. She said, well, our contractor said they'll be here between 8 and 9. Okay. And I was like, and I asked her about the dock. She went, well, that's the thing, I don't got a dock. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm in a 53-foot drive-in trailer, big semi. She's like, well, I told them when they called me about this stuff, we don't have a dock, and whoever delivered this stuff had to have a lift gate. I was like, well, do the contractors have, a way of unloading this thing? Forklifts or anything? She's like, she doesn't know because the contractors haven't been in contact with her yet. So I was like, okay. And this was like 7:15 we was having this conversation. So I'm 75 miles from you. What I'll do is when the contractors get there, I'm assuming they got to check in with you, right? She said, yes. I was like, okay, call me back then and let me know if they have the capability of unloading this thing. and if everything's a go, then I'll come on down because there's really no point in me coming if can't get it unloaded. She said, okay, no worries. So the contractors, yeah. And then she called me back here. I was talking to the agent, telling him what was going on. He said, well, I just got an email. They was asking for an ETA and saying they have a box truck there waiting on you now to unload you. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird because it's not what I hear. So anyway, she calls me as I'm talking to him. I put him on hold. She comes back and says, yeah, well, we went to the back and we found out there is a forklift back there. I'm like, all right, cool. But there's no dock, so they have to get up there and scooch the shit to the back and use the forklift to get it offloaded. So we're on our way now. We're an hour and 15 minutes away. We'll be there about 9:45. And then we'll get offloaded as soon as we can. And then the next place that I got to go is 12 miles away. So should work out pretty good. I was just kind of chilling and relaxing and shooting them b-ball outside of the school with it. Okay, that's my brain. Wow, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air just popped in my head when I was sitting down. I said I was just chilling out. Yeah, so we're heading down there now. Hopefully the unload can go smoothly. I asked her, is this a new store? She went, no, it's a fully open store. It's just a remodel. So I went, all right, cool. So we're heading that way. Let's get this unloaded, get this thing delivered, and get to the next one and head towards Tampa tonight. Yeah? Thanks for being here, y'all. Appreciate all the support. Let's see what this trucking world has in store for us today, shall we?
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
All right, so we got on 95, went south. It was about 25 miles away from I-26. So we go 26 west, and we go, I don't know how far it was, 50 miles or so. Now we're on 26 east, rather. And now we're on 526 west. We're getting off of this next exit. We are 1.8 miles away from the shopping plaza, and the route this is taking me, she was trying to say, you may have to unload up front. I'm like, listen, I ain't gonna be able to maneuver this thing in that parking lot. That's a big ass center. It's like TJ Maxx and a bunch of other stores there. So she's like, that's fine, we'll figure it out. She was worried about having room in the back of her warehouse for that stuff. I'm like, well, you know what, sorry, you got to make it do with what you got. So hopefully, judging by Google, should be okay back there. I was looking at the Google Earth view, so. But this route brings me in from behind So where my right turn will be into the back service drive of that plaza. So instead of kind of trying to maneuver my way from the other side. So what's going on here? Straight ahead about 1.1 miles. We should run into the plaza. So once I get over to the next place, I will contact the receiver in Tampa to see. I don't know if I want to contact them or not. I mean, I just want to show up because my agent, from Mercer agent, said when they looked it up, said they're listed as first come first serve. So they don't think it'll be a problem delivering a day early there. Problem is I want to know now so I can start trying to find a freaking load. Because if I know for sure I can get it unloaded tomorrow, then I'll book a load tomorrow if one's available or Wednesday morning. But so I'm kind of in limbo until I find out exactly what they say. So I'll call them when I get in the dock. Just a little bit. We're getting close here. Scan far and wide. Would it be that stoplight right there? I think so. I mean, I guess I have to enter in from there. Isn't it? There's some other trucks back here. Unfeed, some feed. There's a forklift right there, I see. I just don't know which is TJ Maxx. Oh, I see it on the door right there. So that's TJ Maxx. Now, how am I going to get maneuvered back here to where I'm not blocking a travel lane? I think I need to go up here and figure out a way to turn around. Yeah, CJ Maxx is right there to my left. Try to come in from the other direction. Oh, I see what I could have done. I could have went here, made a left, came in from this side. I see. So the question is, what can I do here? I do not know. I need to come in from this side. So that's the thing. Oh, yeah, of course. Why you want to get in? Why you kind of come in here and ruin my shit, bro? You're like at the wrong place at the wrong damn time. I can turn around right here. Yeah, I can turn around right here. Just gotta go wide and get my tandems up against the curb. Right like that. Alright, get my tandems back here. I know there's a pole to my right, so I just need to go sharp right here. Plenty of room, like it was designed for me to do this. Now, again, I think I might have enough room to get my trailer rear end. There's so many deliveries going on right now. I'm gonna put my nose in my truck right around where that freezer truck is, box truck is in front of me, or even down a little further actually. It's kind of what I want to happen. Watch the trailer. Remember, we're driving the trailer. So I want to kind of do this. I want my rear end of my trailer to be right here. So, all right, there's a drive lane still for people there. So, boom. All right, we're good. Now let me contact these people. Let them know I'm here. All right, what we're doing is there. We got a couple guys in there. Got a pallet jack they got from inside. They're bringing the stuff to the rear. And then forklift guy. They already got 12 pallets and stuff. Doing with them is looks like he's getting ready to storm a little bit. I don't know, but he's taking that stuff and just putting it right over there. All right, so I contacted the receiver in Tampa. Man, she was so confusing. She was being a hard ass. She was like, no. If you show up without calling our contract services, we'll have to send you away, blah, blah, blah. Then she finally dug into what I'm bringing down. She went, oh, you're bringing down a chemical. That immediately caught my attention. I'm started looking to see if this load was hazmat or not. And I was like, what? She went, you're bringing down pyrite. So she said, yes, you can deliver a day early. What? Pyrite? What the hell's pyrite? Chemical. She went, hey, she said, now the ball's in your court. If you see things in barrels and they're labeled, then you'll know it's hazmat. So I got to call and check on that because it's not listed as hazmat. I double checked. Said hazmat, no. So we shall see about that. But we are 12.9 miles away from this place, so we're going to arrive there, and I'll find out from Jetpack Lab, whatever warehouse it is, and whatever it's called, and we'll find out from there. All right, we are 1 mile from this next pickup location, which I can never seem to remember the name of. I did a quick search on the board. I don't have anything optional for tomorrow yet, but hopefully something will pop up throughout the day. Jet Park Warehouse, 6695 Jet Park Road in Charleston, South Carolina. Gotta make it right here. Stop. Get to stop. Alright, I need all the lanes. Y'all, to make this turn, so come on, traffic from the right, get out my way. Oh, okay, good. You're turning into the stop. Traffic from the left. Traffic from the right's clear. Left's turning. Here we go. I need all this so I can miss that curb right there. Perfect. Like a glove. Alright, we'll make a quick left here before the tracks. On Ward Avenue. And up here we'll make a right into the facility. What is the speed limit behind that sign? 40. We gotta cross the tracks up here. make a wrap, and that puts us right in the facility. If you ever notice, like if you're on a road and you see like low-hanging trees, and you wonder like, should I be on this road? Look at the trees. You see how all of them over the road are kind of like flat? They're not like hanging down. That's a telltale sign right there. Trucks come this route often. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because trucks always break them off, they don't grow any further than that, or the city or some actually landscapes these damn things. But so a lot of times you go through neighborhoods or whatever, and you're like, those are low-ass trees. Are they going to hit? If they're flat on the bottom, it's a truck route. If they're not, that's a different story. Be careful. Not saying even then you can't go down a road like that, but it might still be illegal, but it's not a known route for trucks, or at least not a high truck activity route. But you're going to scrape your truck up, your trailer, and all that good stuff. If you want to take care of your truck, you don't want to scratch it up. The paint and all that, avoid that. Jet Park Warehouse shipping and receiving right here. Pretty tight gate for a entryway. Gotta go to the angle, stay at the angle, go back to the fence side, and we're good. It looks deserted. I see a door right there, but I don't see any. Yep, it's just faded. All right, let's go check in. All right, so I was talking to the guy. Show me the product. Getting 16 pallets of this pyrite. It's stuff that's makes concrete out of, and it comes in bags. This slide of tannins all the way back. Comes in bags like pet food or you know, seed. Like if you're doing a tractor supply of or mulch or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up here. We just slid the tannins all the way back. We'll pull up here to this dock. We'll back up to the dock rather. 43,000 pound load, which I just kind of forgot I booked a heavy load, but I was like, well, it's flat going south, shouldn't be a big problem. But we was talking about loading. I was like, well, this is a Florida load, brother. Tandems can't go past 40 feet, so remember that. So he'll load it up the way he thinks he needs to load it up, and then I was like, well, I'll go scale it. There's a pallet like 3 miles away from here. And then if it's can't get the weight right, I'll come back and we'll rework it. He said, okay. I decided to do this back into this dock a different way. There's lines there on the dock. There's the lines, and I asked if you want to strap it. No, you can strap it when we're done. Well, okay, it's an open dock, so not a big deal. And get this trailer over some more. All right, yep. I should have just done it the right way. But I decided to do it. I was like, I can do it. That dumpster's in the way. I can still do it, but I was wrong. So we're gonna do this. Use all the room you got. Even if you don't need all the room, use it all. There's no reason not to. It makes everything easier. There we go. This dock goes down. So that's why I slid the tannins back so he wouldn't have any problems. Problem is there's no lines. Of course, you know, it makes it a little easier if you got lines so you can tell whether you're even or not when it comes to touching. Let's see. Come on, baby touch, baby touch. We're close, 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 close. Are we touching yet? Not yet. Oh, there we go. Nice little bump. All right, set the brakes, put her in neutral. All right, let's go. For loading I loaded a bunch of pyrite in paper bags. Like I said, think of them as oversized concrete bags or large bags of feed or whatever. He was pretty much carrying over the trailer. He's like, "You got some stuff back here?" I look back there. I was like, "Yeah, there's a couple flat Glad trash bag boxes, you know, straight out the print, fell off the bow from a load ago, and a little bit, just very minute pallet crumbles from the last load." He's like, "I'm gonna go ahead and clean that for you." I said, "No. That's my job. I'll do it. You got to load this thing. I'll clean it up for you, but usually any food grade places are that strict on their trailer, so whatever." I swept it up for him, worked up a little sweat. Now he's loading me. 10:55 in the AM. All right, we're loaded. It's 11:33. We're gonna go to this. He says the paperwork says 45,000. My assignment said 43. I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the pilot right over here. Hopefully we don't have to do come back and rework this thing, because if it's 45, that's going to be too heavy for my truck. I want to see something. I don't feel like they slid that far, but it wouldn't go any further. They started bouncing. Oh, they did. They're all the way up. Okay. All right, so we're all the way up. Let's hopefully, because like I said, my biggest worry is the tandems, because I can pretty much control heavy weight on the drives, just don't have as much fuel. We're only 400 miles away down to Tampa, so let's get the pallet and see how this weighs out. All right, so we're pulling up to the pallet now. Here's a picture of the load. It's just a little far back and it's heavy. It's low center of gravity, so that's not an issue. I'm just worried about axle weight. So there's a scale here, right? It's a pallet. So we're pulling into the pallet right now. Let's get this thing, see if it'll scale. I tell you though, it does feel, I mean, I haven't had any heavy loads in a little while, but it feels pretty rough. I mean, you can definitely feel the weight. Tandems are all the way up, so they're as light as we can make them. If I have to slide them back any, then that's going to be a kick in the head. I can't go back. It's Florida, 40 foot. Now the ice and DOT and all that crap in the Florida way stations too, which is why I want to go. I want to go into one just because of that, but I want to make sure I'm legal. I got the guy's number. I told him I'd call him and let him know either way. We're about to right about there. Oh, right there. All right, let's bring up the Weigh My Truck app. We are at scale 1871. Yep, confirm. Still got trailer to 9346. Yep. 1475 in South Kakalaki. Be under. I don't want to waste no more time here. Be under. Oh, shit. I gotta turn my damn card on. Forgot. If it says Weighmaster's busy, then I'm gonna be pissed. Let's try it again. Accept. All right, let me close the Weigh My Scale app. Reopen it. I may have to make a loop and come back and do it again. No, this is verifying information. Keep forgetting I put my scales on my fuel card instead of my debit card. We're 78,460. Our trailer is 34,600. Our drives are 32,580. That one pallet there at the end, the way he loaded them, he went single, double single the rest of the way back. He should have just went 2 singles, double single from that point forward. Damn it. All right, you gotta call him. We gotta go back for a rework. So I decided I went ahead and pulled into the pallet here, and I had breakfast or drinks, so I got my stuff. And I decided to check my hose again on my tandems. I had 2 holes left, so now they're all the way up. Now I don't know if I had 2 usable hoses or what, but now I'm all the way up 100%. So let's just reweigh. Nope, didn't want to do that. Wake up the card again before I even go into the scale app. Alright, dynamic code. Hey, you're awake. Alright, now let's go back into Weigh My Scale. Let's see if that did something for us. 1871 confirmed. Reweigh. Next. Accept the $5. I don't care if you're 33,990. Just be 34 even or below. Put a strap on there so it shouldn't shift. Oh shit, I'm a dum-dum. Slide towards the problem. I need to go back. I only need to go back. I'm such a moron. Every time I go to Florida and I start thinking backwards. Like, what the hell? I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot. Okay? There, I said it. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'll go back. I came up 2. I'll go back 4 holes. And we'll be good. Lord have mercy. I'm such a moron. Alright, let's try this again. Another reweigh. Now, I went back exactly 4 holes. Exactly 4 holes. I mean, it was so perfect on the slide that once I hit the air, the pins popped into the hole. I didn't have to do no lock in. I mean, of course, I did a tug to make sure they were locked in, but they was right there at the hole. The problem is too, this trailer don't have any like markers on it, like 40, 41, 43, all that crap. They don't have those markers on it, so I'm just guessing. Right now I'm in the 6th hole. $34,220 on the drives, $32,920 on the trailer. I can burn that off in fuel or I could just go up one more hole. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just burn it off of fuel. 78,440 total. Hopefully by the time I get there, I'll have 200 pounds knocked off, or miraculously my body will lose 200 pounds. Yeah, I know, that's so funny. Crap me up. All right, I'm gonna eat my grub, and then we're gonna go get on the road. All right, so we just finished our breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever. I watched the highlights of the Bills game. Man, the Bills, that was a great game. Man, I fell asleep like right in the beginning of the third quarter, right after halftime. We was down by 15 or so against Baltimore. But we won that game, 41-40. Man, and on YouTube, the NFL Network channel had the instant classic kind of last 4 minutes of the game. Man, that was phenomenal. I got chills just watching tear by. This is the final year in that stadium. We've been to 4 Super Bowls while playing in that stadium. While playing not at the stadium, Super Bowls weren't, but while being in that stadium, we've been to 4 Super Bowls in the 90s and lost them all, 4 in a row. It'd be a hell of a Cinderella story. The last season in the stadium, we get a Super Bowl. Oh, that'd be awesome. Anyway, we chose a Flying J that we're going to stop at. Not too far from, there it is, 410, it's like 30 miles from where we got to go. This is the Flying J in San Antonio, Florida. So it's got over 200 spots, so I'm hoping by the time I get there, about 7:30, there should be more left. So let's get to getting. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that I got the final total for my drive tires. You know, the 4 Goodyear LHD tires. It was $2,386 and change. So we had approval for $2,400 initially, and even after the national discount, it ended up being like $4 something per tire. Then of course they got that stem fee, disposal fee, other shop resources fee, and all that crap. So it equaled out to right around $600 per tire, which I found weird. I thought they would be just cheaper than the steer tire, because my steer tires wound up being the same price. I thought, you know, steer tires were, well, I don't want to finish that statement because they are. Steer tires are more expensive, I guess. But here's the thing, with the Mercer discount for these drive tires that I've been paying, what was it, $580 something? But I chose the SFI, the Schneider national discounts, because it wound up ended up being better by about $150. So that wiped out half of my daggone MMA. So I might use the other half here in the next, because I'm ready for a PM. I am currently I'm right just under 30,000, about 150 miles away from 30,000, which is where I like getting my PM. So I'm looking for a load to get me back. Like I told you, I want to be in Texas this weekend because of Borderlands, damn it. Don't judge me. So if I can get back there, I'm not saying I necessarily have to be back there to get the work done I want to get done, but I prefer to do it there. It's just where I go. I get a PM done and get the 4 new steers back, or just so I can have all 8 of them, you know, match, minus a couple thousand miles, not a big deal. I'll just rotate the rears to the front axle and then put the new ones on the rear axle. I don't want to get too many miles on the fresh tires before I get the new ones on, right? So I want them to stay fairly close. But we'll see. But I do have the agent of this load. He's like, I asked him, I was like, I called him and updated him saying, hey, you know, I think I told you. I don't know if I told you this or not yet, but he's trying to find me something out of Florida. So hopefully he can by tomorrow afternoon. And I said, ideally, I want to be in Houston by the weekend. So he's looking. Says he's going to look anyway, because they have, you know, they can they can run. The agents can go on the spot market. That's where all the loads come from outside of contract freight. Is they go to the spot market and they get loads from brokers. So, like, find me something, brother. He said he's going to look. So we'll see what happens. Because right now I ain't that shit. Ain't nothing. Everything's going. I mean, there's like a handful of loads within a 300-mile search of Tampa. There's a couple decent ones. They're going to like New York and shit. I ain't going to New York. Hell no. I'm not going to Maryland. I don't want to go. That's not where I want to go. I want to go, or they're staying in Florida. There's one in the Carolinas or something. There's nothing coming out of the Carolinas going west. I want to get west. That's what I want. Whether it's going to happen or not, we don't know. But that's what I want to happen. I don't look like it's going to happen yet. But tomorrow could be a brand new day. Or hell, in 5 minutes could be a load popped up out of nowhere. Like, yes, give me. You never know. Anyhow, we're still driving. We are 54 miles away from I-10. We are 34 miles away from the first Florida way station, which means we're 33 miles away from Florida state line. Yeah, we're mile marker 33 right now in Georgia. Now, I am 0 for 2 on way stations. I passed 2 and they were both closed. So, I'm down to a quarter tank of fuel, quarter tank of depth, so my drive tires weight should have already dropped over 200 pounds. Yeah, I know I could have slid up another hole. You know, I told you then, I don't want to slide no more, damn it. So, but I'm going to have to get fuel given for delivery. We're 262 miles away from delivery. This thing's pulling rough. I mean, she's heavy. 78,000 and change. It's not light. Even though it is flat ground, she's still heavy. But I'm running 7.9 miles per gallon right now. I reset it once I got on the highway after picking this load up. So actually, after we left the truck stop, that's when I reset it. When I remembered to reset it. So we're going 7.9 mile a gallon with 78,000 and change weight on me. So that ain't horrible, I don't reckon. But again, we're in the south. We're going flat land, flat-ish land. That's pretty. That's a pretty swamp area. Imagine like an wide open meadow with like the grasses and the yellows and the greens, like in springtime or something, but then having water like swamp land throughout it. That was pretty. That was pretty. In Brunswick, Georgia is what the GD Trucker Pass says I'm driving through. So, I just wanted to update you on the tires and let you know that I did get a number. So, I'll use the rest of my MMA for tires, but I still got to get a PM. So I got reserve pay. I got reserve count with Mercer. I can pay for the PM. That won't be a problem. That's why you got these months. That's why you got MMA, man. That's why you put stuff. I put 5% of my net back every pay, every load. I told them 5%. I told them 5% of my net, not my gross, my net. And that goes into a reserve account. I think right now that account's got like $1,400 in it, that I have done since May. So my MMA had 5. I just used a bunch of money for tires, and I'll be using the other half for tires here soon. My reserve will pay for a PM. My MMA with SFI will pay for tires. Pay for tars, baby, tars. Now I gotta figure out how to take care of them, or how to make them last like people say they can and do last. I don't know. All right, let me stop yapping. Well, nope. I got one more thing. I was going to remember. There's a TA in Lake City, Florida, right off 85. I think it's. Yeah, I found out it was exit 414. It's that place I've stopped at a couple times. Yes, it's all paid parking. You gotta go through a gate, grab your ticket. But if you spend, I think, $20 or something in the store, $25 in the store, it winds up being free. Which I'm okay with, because I'm gonna spend that in the store, especially that place, because it's got a freaking bar in there, a bar and restaurant. And when I go there, I get a steak. And I'm like, I want that. I want a steak. I want to sit down, have a ribeye, have a salad, have broccoli, and some whatever else, to go with it. I had a full intention of going over there, and I still might change my mind at the last second. But it adds 50 freaking miles to the trip because I have to take a 10 all the way over to 75 and go down. We don't have to, but that's just the route I chose. And then, right now I'm like 100, probably 49, 45 miles away from there. And then I'm 150 miles away from, 160 miles from there away from delivery tomorrow. So, which puts me about a total of 320 miles right now if I decided on that. But I just took it out of the GPS because I'm like, whole point of stopping there is like I'd like to get a couple beers, have a steak, dinner, and all that. But yeah, I don't want to. If I was going to reset there, yeah, I'd do that because I can get a couple beers in me. But I won't do it. I won't drink out here on the road. If I have to go back to work the very next morning, no, I won't do it. So as it is, I took it out, and we're 257 miles away from delivery. I'll figure out where the hell I'm going to stop along the way. I know there's a few options, but then again, it's going to be 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Going down 75 in Florida. I know there's a couple, I can't think of the names of the towns right now, though. Maybe Alcala or even down, I'm not even going to try to guess or anything. I'm pretty sure I won't find anything in Wildwood if I went that far. But, whatever I mentioned earlier, there's a couple other, whatever. All right, I'm going to stop yapping. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, well, we are in Florida. We just got through the Aggie station. Let's see how the way station goes. Way station closed. What the shit? Smoke and fog ahead. Oh, that's rough. Way station. Oh, this is the construction part of 95 through. I remember both sides are closed. That's right. Well, crap. I'm over 3 or 4 if you count the Aggie station. Some people say they don't ever stop pulling to the Aggie station, but I do every time just because I feel like they won't come after me. Well, hell, no video at this way station. Maybe we'll get one at some point. I don't know. Well, old TP, Trucker Path, wanted me to take 295 bypass. I said, nope. I'm going down 95 to hit 10. And the time is, I don't know. I guess is this like a double merge spot? Okay, I see. The time is 4:59 in the PM, so it's a bad time to be in any big city. I'm stupid. Y'all know this. I'm a freaking idiot. I'm your favorite idiot. Put it that way. I'm going to slap that on a shirt. Big old picture of my face. YouTube's favorite idiot. I'm coming over there, buddy. You see the merger? You're trying to hold me off. Yeah, I will crush you. With my truck or with my boatie. I didn't know this was a merge lane. Had no clue. Alright, so this will delay us about 10 minutes, but... Oh. I'm not... Am I... I don't know. So much road. I don't know if these like... I don't know. Do our roads lead to where I'm trying to go? I don't know. I should have taken 295. But I'll say it again, your boys are fucking dumb. Yep, we'll get through it. For the first time today, I got sunshine beaming on me. It's still cloudy ahead, but right now I got sunshine coming through. I think I'm being rewarded with sunshine because I altered my plan once again. So I decided to go ahead and re-add that steak dinner stop on my list. So we are 25 miles from 75. We'll go down to mile marker 415, get off there, and go to that TA. We're going to have a steak dinner. Not a beer. I would love to have a beer, though. I just don't feel right while I'm out. I just don't feel good about that, doing that while I'm out here. Unless I'm taking a day off tomorrow. And I'm not. I got to deliver this load tomorrow. I can be there about 10 or 11, no big deal. But since I decided not to take, what was that, 301, Florida 31, whatever that was back yonder, to take me down the back routes for like 50 miles before I got to Ocala, hit 75. So instead of taking that, I decided to stay on the freaking highway. Go get my steak. Now the sun gods are upon us. Alright, I'm here at the TA in Lake City off of 414. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a steak dinner. Yes, Carrie, I'll get some pictures for you, buddy. 160 miles away from delivery, 2 hours and 22 minutes. Let's go off duty. Go inside. Make sure I keep the receipt so I can get validated parking. And boom, Bob is your freaking uncle. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. That's it for today. I just got chills down my oof. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Have a good night, y'all. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I stopped here specifically for steak. They're out of ribeye. What the hell? So I got pizza, pepperoni and sausage. There you go, Carrie. Pizza. I'm so pissed off.